All right, so this memory is one of the great bad ideas that I shared with Jerm and Mark. I've told you about my stair jump fail, and I've told you about my banana slip fall at the airport. And this memory has to do with a mound of dirt that Jerm, Mark, and I found, and we end up using that mound of dirt as a jump ramp. And I was able to get off the ramp just fine, landed like an Olympic athlete, nice and smooth. Jerm was able to get up to the ramp, hop right over and land, just as you would expect. Mark also was able to get up to the ramp, jump off, and land, but it was the aftermath of him landing that made this idea so bad. Still alive.
Hi. So Ryu is inside McDonald's right now. He's doing his interview. His interview actually doesn't start for another 5 minutes, so it's probably just sitting there. I told him to go and wait in line and then order an interview like he's ordering food. Walk up and order a number 6 supersized interview, please. So dumb.
All right, so Jerm, Mark, and I were at McDonald's. Just before we went to McDonald's, we were probably hanging out at the park and then at the comic book store and hacky sacking in the parking lot. We usually end the day there at McDonald's, and we're just playing cards and eating food and whatever else that we had there. And my cousin calls Mark, and when my cousin calls, Jerm and I already know that this is probably around the time we're going to start heading home, so we start getting all the cards put away, getting our trash put in the garbage can, and when we get back to the table, we ask Mark what's up. And Mark, he just kind of grumbles and is like, well, we got to get her some food and then we got to head back home. So Mark gets in line. He orders himself a couple more burgers and fries. And now he has 2 bags of McDonald's, 2 paper bags of McDonald's in his hand, and we start heading back out. On our way home, we have to cross through this like 4-acre empty lot of just like dirt and sand and rock and abandoned construction equipment. Over the last few days or few weeks or something, we've heard like people bring their dirt bikes around there, and they started to make kind of a track. So we're walking back home and we're just kind of like walking through one of the tracks, and we're now maybe, I don't know, 300 or 400 yards away. We can see Mark's house just over the fence. So we can see his house. We're really close, maybe 5 or 6 minutes walk before we get back home. But we're walking through that track, and I spot first the mound, the little ramp that it looks like these dirt bikers were using to kind of like jump off of. So I stop Jerm and Mark, and then I look at them and I'm like, all right, me first, and then I kind of push them off to the side and I start running towards that ramp. So I get all the way to that ramp, I hop off, I do a 360 gainer flip and then turn back around, and then I'm pointing right back at Jerm and Mark. True story. And Jerm comes running by, not running by, but it starts running towards me, and he gets all the way to the edge of that ramp. He gets to the edge and then just kind of like hopscotches over, a little bunny hop, and then looks back, lands it perfectly. True story. And we're now both looking back down at Mark, and Mark is running through. He's running through like a WWF wrestler kind of getting into the ring, and he gets all the way to the edge of that ramp. He leaps off, he sticks both of his arms out like this, and now he's kind of soaring right through the air, right in between where Jerm and I was standing. And he lands, he plants his foot, his arms come swinging down forwards this way. And as soon as he swings his arms forward, the 2 bags of McDonald's, now soaking oil, wet, soft, just explodes. And we now see a trail of hamburger patties sliding through the dirt, a trail of ketchup coming right behind it like blood. French fries are just flying through the air like bullets. It was just like a McDonald's massacre. It was great. And Jerm and I are laughing. We see this whole thing unfold. Mark is standing there super pissed now. And that's when we kind of realized that, okay, I guess Now we got to go back and get McDonald's again, knowing that my cousin now is super hungry and super pissed. Now we got to waste another 10-15 minutes just to walk back to McDonald's and come back. But that whole scene that unfolded, it's something that I still think about almost every single time I got a couple paper bags of fast food, and just something that always comes up to mind every time we go to fast food. So that whole thing happened. I guess what we learned was, don't jump with weak paper bags of fast food and don't die.
Look at him go. Such an adult now. Haha. Okay, bye-bye.